Lecture 2. To get the most out of this programming tutorial, I recommend first downloading the text file with step-by-step instructions from the Resources section. Try working through the project on your own before watching the video. Hands-on practice is the best way to quickly learn a new coding language. Step 1. Set up the project. Create a new React project using Create React App or your preferred method. Open your project in your preferred code editor. Step 2. Create the counter component in the SRC folder. Create a new file called counter.js. In counter.js, import React and use state at the top of the file. Create a functional component called counter. Inside the counter component, declare a state variable called count using the useState hook. Initialize it to 0. Render a div element with the current count value inside it. Step 3. Add increment and decrement functionality. Inside the counter component, create two button elements below the count div. Label one button as increment and the other as decrement. Add an onClick event handler to the increment button. Inside the event handler, use the setCount function to increment the count state by 1. Add an onClick event handler to the decrement button. Inside the event handler, use the setCount function to decrement the count state by 1. Step 4. Update the app component. Open the app.js file. Import the counter component at the top of the file. Render the counter component inside the app component. Step 5. Test the counter application. Start the development server by running npm start or yarn start in your project's root directory. Open your web browser and visit http://localhost 3000 to see the counter application. Click the increment button to increase the counter value. Verify that the count displayed on the page increases. Click the decrement button to decrease the counter value. Verify that the count displayed on the page decreases.